Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, it's the Forbidden Door. Predict the outcome. A lot of matches coming tonight. Like I said, it's going to be a jam-packed matches that we never saw, we didn't see coming. All these matches, including where I believe it could be one of the two double main events. Daniel Bryan taking on Koshosa Okada, the Rainmaker. What a match that's going to be. Can't wait to see that as well as another match that's going to be headlining. That could be one of the main events. Kenny Omega taking on Will Ospreay. And one of the two main events, I believe, is the main event. I think Ospreay versus Omega might be the main event. Like I said, we're going to get to a rundown. And also, too, what happened on yesterday's Collision. We had the Collision Ring report, but we give you more insight on what's going on. All this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show present the Forbidden Door, predict the outcome, starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show for the Forbidden Door. AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling have a promotional card called Forbidden Door. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is king. Tell friends, call friends, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. Like I said, Forbidden Door coming your way tonight. Yeah, and a lot of matches on the card to get to the nitty gritty. We got a lot of matches. So what happened? We'll get to that. Alright, we'll start with this. AEW Women's Champion Toni Storm, she takes on Willow Nightingale for for her women's championship. Willow has been a strong challenger, taking on all comers. She even defeated Sasha Banks, Mercedes Martino, to win the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. Now they're going to bring it to the forefront. I mean, looking at this match, ain't gonna be no telling, but I think Toni Storm's going to retain her Women's Championship. So Toni Storm might have her legs up in that championship match tonight. Also, too, we know that both MJF and Adam Cole will have single matches. You know, these two tried to fight 1 week ago for the number one contenders match. Adam Cole was on the verge of winning, but due to a draw, Adam Cole didn't live off his dreams to become AEW champion. Well, we know that MJF and Adam Cole, we found out on Dynamite, have to be partners. For this tag team tournament to crown new no one contenders for the tag team champions. The AEW champion a little bit irate and does not want to be teaming up with Adam Cole. Well, Adam Cole got his business head up tonight. He will take on Filthy Tom Lawler. This is a big deal for Filthy Tom Lawler coming out of nowhere. So it's gonna be an interpromotional match. Filthy Tom Lawler from New Japan taking on Adam Cole from AEW, even to the soul that since Cole and MJF are partners, we thought MJF was gonna come down there and help during Rampage. MJF being the cowardly champion that he is, MJF decided to not come to the rescue of Adam Cole. He gingerly took his time to not help Adam Cole. We know that Adam Cole, MJF, I guess, what you think about that? Didn't come in the aid of the champion, didn't come in the aid of his Cole. The champion tried to take his time. You got to wonder why is Adam Cole and Royce Isaac did not try to, beat down MJF. You got to know MJF has something up his sleeve. He always have some up his sleeve as him being the champion, being a cowardly champion. MJF gonna also have his problems as well coming up tonight. MJF will be in action as well. He'll take on Hiroshi Tanahashi as well. MJF and Hiroshi Tanahashi will meet for MJF's AEW title. Tanahashi wants that championship. I think MJF is going to retain, and MJF informed Tanahashi that they're going to be the opening match for tonight's Forbidden Door. So MJF can go home early, leave, come there, and then leave as he please. So MJF will win over Hiroshi Tanahashi and remain the AEW champion once again. And MJF setting up his sights on stuff that he wants to do. And he'll continue his feud with Adam Cole into their match. I see Adam Cole in his match against Filthy Tom Lawler. Look for MJF to cost him that match. Adam Cole might have had Filthy Tom Lawler, but Adam Cole is going to lose to Filthy Tom Lawler. So look for Filthy Tom Lawler getting the win for New Japan in the match tonight. Well, speaking of that, more matches to be announced and determined. I told you this: the New Japan IWGP World Championship will be online. And Sonata will take on Jungle Boy. And a lot of people are speculating that Jungle Boy could turn heel, and that could be the speculation that Jungle Boy needs him turning heel. He's saying he might have Hook in his corner. Hook might be the victim of Jungle Boy tonight, and Jungle Boy might want to be relying on Hook to help him win the New Japan IWGP World Title, and that ain't gonna be the case. I think it ain't gonna go well. I look for Sakata to retain his IWGP World Championship, and they'll see the heel turn of Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy, a lot of people saying might be City Boy, or might be having something, Jungle Man or Jungle Tarzan or whatever, or Jack Perry going forward. But I want to see more Sonata. I've been watching him on New Japan, and I don't know why they don't bring him over there. They bringing everybody else. We'll just have to wait and see on that, how that's going to play out. But look for Sonata to win his match over Jungle Boy. Speaking of another match, a huge six-man tag team match, a legendary six-man tag team match, including two legends and youngsters. Three legends, if you ask me. Sting team up with Darby Allin against Takeshi Naito to take on Chris Jericho, Minoru Suzuki, and Sammy Guevara. We told you that Jericho and Guevara are on rocky ground right now. Jericho and Guevara, a lot going on. Even Jericho likes to get himself together, and I think Jericho showcasing his own esteem. Well, Jericho having an issue with the legendary icon Sting. Sting telling Chris Jericho, hey, you need to watch yourself, how you carrying your business and stuff. Even, you alienating a lot of folks, and you might be the problem. Jericho's not buying it one bit. And Jericho has enlisted the services of Suzuki to help him out. Jericho Suzuki having a new bondship. Even Jericho kind of neglecting his bondship with Sammy Guevara. So there's a lot going on in that. Even Takeshi Naito came out there to confront Jericho after yesterday. We found out Naito was going to be that mystery partner for Sting and Darby. Sting and Darby found their man, the third man, and the third man will be Naito taking on Jericho. Jericho and Naito have history. Jericho lost the Intercontinental New Japan title to Naito, and Naito looking forward to get his receipt back at Jericho. So Jericho having problems left and right, with Sammy behind him, and Naito, Suzuki, and everybody else looking forward to it. But I don't see Jericho winning this time. And you can tell right here, these are the issues right here. Jericho, Suzuki. You can tell Sammy is not impressed one bit. Sammy has a lot on his plate. Sammy is going to become a dad. And I think Sammy looking real clear now, 2020 vision, that he does not want to be around Chris Jericho no more. A lot of people don't. They feel like Jericho's the one that holding him back, but Jericho's gonna have his day, if you like to call, against you know who. But look for Jericho to lose his match tonight. Jericho won't be winning tonight. I'll tell you that right now. Jericho losing, and everything's gonna fall apart for Jericho. You can tell you that right now. So I think Jericho gonna have to repair his you know, everything he worked hard for. He got all these problems. Jericho, Mizuda, Sonata, a lot going on for Jericho. I think Jericho gonna be too overwhelmed. He's gonna have a lot on his plate. So, like I said, look for Sting, Darby, and Naito to get the win over Jericho. And Jericho gonna have to fall back down and build up the pieces once again. All right, we move on to another match that a lot of people are talking about. CM Punk. CM Punk will be at Forbidden Door representing AEW. CM Punk will be taking on somebody. He was supposed to take on Kenta, but that's not going to happen. Kenta and Tony Khan couldn't come up to a resolution, nor with New Japan as well. So look for an easy win for CM Punk. CM Punk getting a lot of heat, even distraction stuff. He's getting booze. He's not in Chicago anymore. So CM Punk that's out for him coming forward with that. Even losing last night in the match, him, FTR, and Ricky Starks lost their match to Bullet Club Gold in the Guns yesterday. So they got to repair back what they had been done. So hey, let that go. So CM Punk was in action, and we'll see that as well. Um, what else? We'll tell you this: Orange Cassidy will defend his international championship in a fatal four-way match against Daniel Garcia. List of others that's in that match as well. So it's going to be a long night. Shibata and Zack Sabre Jr. all competing for the international championship. You can see all four men trying to hold the belt. Look for Orange Cassidy to retain his championship for. And I think Orange Cassidy is going to do so. We just have to wait and see how that's going to play out and how that's going to go eventually. But look for Orange Cassidy defeating over all four men: Daniel Garcia, Tabata, and Zack Sabre Jr. Well, we know this. We know there's two main events that I believe personally could be the main event. We'll start with this. We'll start with Bryan Danielson taking on the Rainmaker, Kahoshi Okada. Okada and Bryan Danielson, the match that many people never thought would happen, will happen. And it's a match of the ages. Daniel Bryan has been taunting Okada. Okada, the Rainmaker, showed up in big fashion to say, hey, you're not the only game in town. And I think that's what we're going to see tonight. A game of technical workmanship between these two wrestlers, Okada and Bryan Danielson. Danielson and Okada will steal the show, I believe, tonight. This is a match of the ages. I look to see Daniel Bryanson winning over Okada. This is the match we've been talking about. Okada might get his win back down the road against Danielson sooner rather than later. So we'll see that coming up. So look for Danielson to win over the Rainmaker Okada in this match tonight. Speaking of that, another main event that I believe that's going to be the main event. Like I said, the main event tonight will be Will Ospreay taking on Kenny Omega for the new IWGP US Championship. We know that Don Callis has been a thorn on the Kenny Omega side for quite some time. After what Don Callis turned on Kenny Omega in that cage match against Moxley. I think Don Callis probably an affiliate member of the Blackpool Combat Club. I don't think he's a member, but who knows? Don Callis trying to approach Will Ospreay to the left, who approaching with secrets and saying, "Hey, I know Kenny Omega better than you knew, and I know what makes him tick, what makes him thrive, and all that stuff, and all that jazz." And I think Don Callis could be the difference maker tonight. Could be the one to screw Omega, not winning, not retaining his U.S. title. I think that could be the possibility. The possibility are that endless and stuff. Look for that coming your way tonight. But many people are still talking about what's going to happen between Omega and Kenny Ospreay, and it's simple. I think it's simpler than that. I think Omega will lose the championship due to the health, and it ain't gonna be no more. And I think Kenny Omega will no longer be New Japan Pro Wrestling U.S. champion. I can see that right now being that way, being the case. So that could be the possibility that could happen. I think Don Callis will play a pivotal role in tonight's match. I mean, a pivotal role in that match. He's going to be the one to probably bait and switch Kenny Omega to do something stupid. And Kenny Omega going to really fall for the crap. Let it be. All right. So, like I said, that could be the possibility for tonight's match. The match that we will see tonight on Forbidden Door. All right. I'm trying to see what other matches there are out there that we missed. We know that there's going to be a trios match. The Embassy, the Kingdom Embassy, taking on some other team from New Japan. Not a lot of matches that's gonna stand out. So you know how that go. All right. You know how that be and stuff. Let's see other matches as well. Not a lot of matches. We talked about it, but the main two matches tonight is Bryan Danielson and Okada, the Rainmaker. That's one of the two double main events tonight, as well as Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay for the U.S. IWGP World title. I don't say world title, but they just titles. Them the matches that everybody looking forward to see tonight. Those two matches, those two dream card matches, and those two matches that Dave Meltzer will go crazy for. And he's gonna rate them. He's gonna give them 5 stars, each of them 5 stars. Bet you that. All right, that is the Forbidden Door predict the outcome. We'll move forward to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, in case you miss it, we're hearing reports right here that Douglas Williams, former TNA Tag Team Champion, may be retiring soon due to injuries that he suffered in the ring. So more to power to Doug Williams. Doug Williams, he was 50 years old. Hey, without he done a lot. He mentored Maddie. Nigga always might want to give him a world title shot soon. If he's in them, he might become world champion again. Speaking of that, we're seeing this. This is clip of AEW's video game Fight for the Fallen. It comes out this Thursday, and this is the coolest game. Going to have 2 mini games and a lot of AEW stars to choose from. I guess everybody's looking forward to seeing it coming your way into into your game skills sooner rather than later. So we're gonna give a taste of that. Look for future episodes of Gaming Spotlight coming with AEW gameplay and game share sooner rather than later. That's the one we do. Nothing else happened. Also, too, Paige talked about with AEW come back to Japan, and it could be a possibility. We'll have to wait and see on that one. That is a possibility. This is what Hiroshi Tanahashi said. If you're NJPW, you're a coward, what kind of champion you are, I dare you to show up at the indoor so I can show you what the spirit of New Japan men of the age. So I guess NJPW is going to figure out tonight what that means in the opening match. So we'll have to wait and see on that. NJPW not too pleased with what's going on with him and his new partner, the tag team titles. They go for it and down cold. So there's a lot going on. All right. We're going to end it right now with the Pro Wrestling Show presents the big outcome for the AEW Indoor along with New Japan and promotional card. Thank you for watching this edition of Pro Wrestling Show. See you later, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw Ring Report. I've been your host, Eddie Dixon, and so long. I have a great